Alright, what's up? What's up, everybody? It is Hater the Gator coming in after a very long hiatus. It's been I don't even know how long it's been since I released my first video. Doesn't matter. Don't care. Before I even start talking, I'm about to stereotype myself. It's time to go get some watermelon. Yeah. So we're gonna go do that at Wegmans. Hell yeah. I'm a very simple, very respectful individual. I have no desire to cause chaos. I just want some watermelon. Thank you, bro.
Just a moment here.
Yeah, take your time.
about that.
You're good.
And you want a bag? 5 cents?
I'm good. Thank you, though.
Yeah. Have a good one.
You too. Thank you.
Yeah.
I want to talk, but I should keep my mouth shut for now. I got my watermelon though. And that's what matters. All right, y'all. I'm gonna hit the park and then I'm gonna be back on talking this time. Eating watermelon. I don't even like watermelon like that. Don't even like watermelon like that. I'm gonna make this video as sporadic as I can. I'm tired, bruh. I'm tired. I'm tired and I'm upset. And I'm happy. And I'm fucking frustrated. A few weeks ago, I was gonna kill myself. I fell in love with my dreams. Started talking to spirits. I feel like everybody loves me and hates me at the same time. I hear a million voices in my head at once. And I know the crazy part is that I know I'm not crazy though. But everybody wants you to believe that that's the case. Everybody always wants you to believe that the more sane that you become, the crazier that you are. I spent so much time living a life That just it doesn't feel fair. And everybody wants to spend their time telling me how, you know, I'm just a kid. I don't know anything. I could be somebody who tries to explain, you know, everything from point to point to point to try to make all the context make sense, to give everybody an explanation. But no one gives a shit about an explanation. No one cares. No one cares if you actually make sense. To be honest with you, everybody wants to hear an explanation, and as soon as shit starts making sense, people just want to start denying you. With no real rebuttal. Just live long enough. You haven't had my experiences, so you have no, but you're going to have my experiences because I'm narcissistic enough to believe that I am right about everything. So you're whatever you think about the world, it's wrong. Whatever I think about the world is right because I live longer than you. Because I'm an adult. Because I'm 40 something, 50 something, 60 something, 70 something, 80 something years old, and I see how miserable these people still are, and they believe that their misery is wisdom. Your misery only means that you don't know how to live life. The fact that you're still searching for answers, still trying to find ways to run away from everything and everyone, means that you're wrong. You're wrong. How could you know anything if your only solution is to run away? How could you know anything if your only solution is to deny? Try to make everybody else smaller. I can't tell you how many people I've met whose main prerogative is to get you to agree with them instead of just talking to you to understand something. They always try to get you to agree, but they can never just talk to you to understand something. And people keep trying to turn kids into adults, not realizing that the smartest people on the fucking planet is children. I'm not gonna lie, I've been trying to get away from my family for ages. And what's even more annoying is that they keep doing everything that they can to pull me back in, and I comply because I love them. And it never ceases to amaze me just how much they disregard that fact. That I don't just kill myself. That I don't just get up and run away. I thought about that so many times these past few weeks. About killing myself. About running away from everyone and everything and all my responsibilities. Because I know who I am. I know what I stand for. But everybody wants to spend all their time rejecting all of that. I know what I love. I know that I'm capable of achieving everything that I aspire to achieve. And every single person around me tries to put me in a fucking box because they were put in a box. Well, all I was really supposed to talk about today was black men cooking for white women. That's the topic of today's video. But I need to clearly I need to fucking vent. I need to get a whole lot of shit off of my chest again, because I've said this to myself in the mirror, but now I need to say it again to a camera. about to go to a park where there might be some kids around, and it may not be the best idea because I'm not trying to be a negative influence. Maybe I should just keep driving around for a little bit. I almost lost my job. I almost broke the law several times. Sabotaged myself in several ways. Scared a lot of people on accident. My whole goal the entire time was to be safe. My main goal in life is to create a warning system. That's what matters to me most. I want to create a warning system. The ability for people to be able to know what's coming. You don't have to see the future, but just for people to see what's coming. To give people the privilege of being able to avoid abuse. I can't tell you how much that matters to me. I spent the first half of my life experiencing nothing but pure physical torture. And the craziest part is that I'll tell people about it and they won't believe me. They don't believe me. And why would they? I seem healthy, well-adjusted. I have my head on my shoulders. I've always been an extremely successful individual in anything I pursued. People have always described me as gentle, loving, caring. It's crazy though. My own father describes me as a man with the heart of David. I don't know if that was supposed to be an insult or a compliment. Maybe both. You know, I'm not the most biblically educated, truth be told. However, you know, David was someone who was obviously known for being the king of Israel. But he's also a man who gave up his entire kingdom for a woman. For lust. A man was that stupid that that's what he did. He gave up everything. everyone sacrificed his entire kingdom, sacrificed his ability to protect, his ability to keep people safe for some pussy. And apparently that's what my father sees when he sees me. I don't know if you thought about that part. I don't know if you thought about that part. That's not what worries me. What gets under my skin is the fact that people I know what they see when they see me. And I know how much they ignore about what they see when they see me anytime they speak to me. I watch people do everything that they can to bring the worst sides of myself out. And they just do it over and over and over and over again. I'm gonna go sit on this grass and eat watermelon. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Would you like some watermelon?
Yeah, sure. Oh, I like it. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. go.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
God bless.
You too. Excuse me. Would you like some watermelon? This purse that I have is now my man bag, which was granted to me by what was an extremely financially insecure woman who gave it to me because I bought her a meal. Her name was Harriet, and I wonder if I'll see her again. I do hope so. One of my white coworkers was reading the autobiography of Malcolm X today. I'm not gonna say his name, but he is, in my opinion, a black man in a white man's body. You ever meet people like that? People who are, you meet someone you can tell is a woman in a man's body, a slave in the body of a rich person. People who are walking paradoxes. Hater the Gator is not happy, man. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling the love. I'm not feeling the genuineness. I'm not feeling like I'm appreciated for who I am, for what I do. Let me be clear. The world itself demonstrates, the universe itself demonstrates that I am appreciated for who I am. The universe appreciates me. When I give to people, people thank me. You know, these two wonderful ladies that I just gave some watermelon. They dealing with their own shit. I have zero issues with them. The people who I have a problem with are the people who will play games with your love to test you. The people who will manufacture stories and ways that you need to be because they want to see if you, essentially, if they control you. They want to see how much they control you. They want to see how much they can take over your life and you still won't disobey them. That's their goal, is to see how much control they can impose upon you and still convince you to love them. Hater the Gator, by the way, I haven't really talked about what it means to be a gator. I have not really talked about that yet, I don't think. Gator, Gater, giving amenable treatment executed reliably. I see very few people demonstrating that. That's a dogma to me. To treat people amenably, providing people with what it is that they need on a case-by-case basis, according to who they are, what their dreams are, what their needs are, what their wants are, and also the context with which they find themselves in. It's about to rain soon. It's gonna rain soon. I can feel the air changing. I can feel the water. Let me stop talking about that. Because it might not rain. Might not rain. I got caught up in a whole lot of bullshit. And truthfully, I don't really feel like any of it was my fault. However, I'm still going to put the onus on myself that all of it was my fault. I don't know how many of you believe in things like Nen, aura, energy, the cultivation of your soul, spiritual essence. But I'm not gonna lie, Hater the Gator was on a warpath at the moment to make a contract with himself. At the moment, I couldn't be more disappointed in so many of the people that I was supposed to believe were my family. People who tell me that they're my family. People who tell me that they love me. And the craziest part is that I know that the people that they became, it's their fault, but it's not their fault. And even if they were born before me, I'll accept that it's my fault. That's the type of soul that I wish to cultivate. By the way, I'm not on drugs. I'm dead sober right now. I used to be somebody who believed in weed. I didn't realize how caught up that had me. Excuse me. I feel like people look at me like I have a leash around my throat. I don't know if everybody sees it, what I wear around my neck every day religiously. It's a white balance card. Focus. Middle gray. I think there's actually supposed to be middle gray. Either or. Something like that. All your skin tones. your main colors, white to black and black to white. I keep this around my neck to remind myself about balance, about calibrating yourself to your environment, to your context. I hate how shallow people think I am when they look at me. And it never fails. It never fails ever. It never fails ever. People always look at me and think that I'm nothing. And I can tell. You can tell. You see it in people's faces. You see it in their eyes. They look at you and they're like, here comes the rain. Time to get into the dugout. Would you guys want some watermelon?
Alright, thank you.
Copy.
We haven't played it like a month. We had one. Yeah. Now we played that Sunday after, and that was it.
Yeah.
They didn't squad it. No, we didn't. After.
Oh, team got tossed right out the playoffs.
Oh yeah. We seen. We
Wait, I was there for that then.
Nah.
Nah,
That was the week before, right?
No, that was last week. The last time we played, last week was wild.
Yeah, I was there for that.
Yeah, you were. Did you were?
Yeah, I went to home.
That's crazy, man. So that was a playoff win.
No,
No,
it was
the
for
win to
our
go
chance
into
to
the
get
playoffs.
into the playoffs, which I didn't want to be in the playoffs.
That's for what, A-Day?
Nah, that was plenty.
Alright.
We just played, right? Which is all the same teams from like C down. Like C, D, E, right? The same teams that get switched between the four for like the past 10 years. And then A and B are always separate. And then really A. But it's only the two teams that win.
It's MRC
And Mike's
fucking Mike up.
every year.
We're supposed
Every
to play
fucking
that. His Blue Jays team. We're supposed to play that. Next week, all our games will be scheduled. We got to do Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Huh?
I'm not making that.
I'll probably.
I'm not playing fucking. We're gonna play 5 days in a row.
And it's tournaments.
Yeah, we're going to Saturday.
Nah, the final Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah, next Saturday.
Next Saturday.
No, fucking going.
Look at this fuck. What the fuck am I gonna do with that?
Holy shit!
I'm playing overhand.
Holy fuck, dude.
You're up on a pedestal over there.
You can't even really play defense on that either, because like you go back and they fucking fall.
It's like you got to run forward and play before the hump.
I don't play that defense. That's what I got the second Chris for. Fuck, I got it.
Lucky.
Kevin Mitchell? Why?
Because every time I would do something, I would do real.
Is Calvin on your job site?
Yeah. But then today he goes, oh, well, Calvin would have done this and Rusty would have done this. I said, dude, stop being a fucking dick even. And he's like, oh, we'll stop this thing.
Bro, Mike Wilson, right? I'm stoned in this room. Jenny Lane. I ain't need this last truck. I was like, hey, Mike, you got one last truck. I'm going to send the stockpile. I don't need it. He goes, no, you come in when your boss tells you to come in. I'm like, Mike, that's not even what the fuck I was saying. I was like, whatever, and I sent it right to the fucking, to the yard. I got my car to lose, I got my fucking head. Mike is the fucking worst person.
Did we for that?
Yeah, but he wasn't there. This was Monday, I think, or no? Yeah, this was Monday. So he wasn't even there. Wait, yo, Nick, you gotta see me in the outfield. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Something. Yo, you're stupid. Disgusting out here. That's my new position. You gotta Hello. I'm ground out a couple times.
I hit those houses.
I'm good. How are you?
Wish it wasn't raining.
Yeah, it seemed like it just stopped. That last dude was cool. I always wonder if people see me as a threat or not. I wonder if I get scarier if I offer them watermelon. Drug it? Maybe he's nasty. Maybe they just ain't want no watermelon. You never know. By the way, I'm a straight man. To make the most sense of things, I'm bisexual in the brain, but physically, I'm attracted to women, if that makes sense. I believe sexuality is an extremely fluid thing. It doesn't really matter to me to make, to draw fine lines between how my sexuality speaks to me. But the point of today's video is black men cooking for white women. Why is that something that matters?
Without you saying anything. Or like, oh, do this, do that. Like,
I've been spending a lot of time thinking about the concept of being a stay-at-home dad, being a housewife, being a woman working in a man's world, a man working in a woman's world. The number of women that cook for men in the household, and the number of men who own restaurants, who are head chefs, sous chefs. I feel like there's a whole lot of disrespect going around in regards to people's perceptions around cooking, food, the idea of waste, especially when it comes to men, especially when it comes to black men. People of all demographics know how to waste. I see so many black men in my life, outside of my life, who are intent on finding a woman who can cook for them. Because they can't, they won't, it's not in their repertoire, not in their arsenal, it's not their duty, it's not their responsibility to cook for themselves. What kind of provider are you? What kind of provider are you as a man if you can't cook like multiple healthy meals for your family? You should be able to acquire the food. You should be able to acquire.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
How you doing? Good. Man, how you been? You doing all right? What you doing, dude? This found something else. Oh, that's 80 young fella. Just real quick, only difference is home run is 1 minute. And then you get 130 plus the picture. Anybody
I love watching people cook, bruh. I love watching people cook. I love watching.
He just didn't do 2 steps back, 3 steps back.
I love watching a chef feed people.
You're not used to playing out, though.
And they don't ask for acknowledgement because the acknowledgement is in their food.
I was just sitting in my car and it came down. I said, oh shit, here we go. But then it stopped. So
They will sacrifice their time, their energy, their knowledge, their blood, sweat, and tears, their heart, their soul, and they will put it on a bowl, on a plate. They will give themselves up entirely to be able to provide for potentially a family, potentially people who have nothing to do with them. And then you see a large number of black men who can make, 1 dish, 2 dishes. They can barely cook.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter when you're
The most that they can do is go to the grocery store. And you know, they don't even do that. Some of them. You know, they'll hunt as hobbies. They'll hunt for trophies. They'll hunt for, I don't know, for fun. They hunt for fun. What even is that? Hunting for fun. Hunting animals for fun, for sport. I find that shit disrespectful. I find it repulsive.
And you're over there, right? That's the bucket. Yeah, sometimes I can. Yeah, I got the car, but that joke don't come to the top of my head. On both sides. Depending on both sides, or talk shit, or he say, she say. I don't mind fucking
And I watch black women break their backs to cook for everybody. And they do it over and over and over again. And yet they still somehow call the man who pays their bills their provider. I have so many problems with that. That the man is not the one cooking the food. That the man's not the one acquiring the food. That the food that is acquired went through this entire system of foolishness. Literally just foolishness. I don't know where this food came from. I don't know what factory it was in. I don't know what shit got mixed in with it. I don't know how many different manufacturers' hands it went through. What farm it came from. How the animal was raised. How the plants were raised. All I know is what they tell me. And I definitely know that none of the people who made those decisions were interested in providing for me. I know they were interested in providing money for themselves. Full disclosure, I don't know how to hunt. No one taught me how to hunt. I am a 22-year-old gator that has not learned how to hunt yet. And my goal is, when I hunt, is to not waste. That's my goal. My goal when I hunt is to not do so for fun, but to do so for provision. I'm trying to live in that world. I'm trying to live in the world where my life might be on the line in order to obtain the meal for the next day. Because I don't appreciate how many I don't know the world that my food came from. And what's even worse is that the only word that I get on where my food came from comes from people who I know don't care about me. What's even worse is that the ease of access to food has nothing to do with your ability to provide. It simply just has to do with how much money you have, which really doesn't have to do with your ability to provide. Has nothing to do with your bank account. To be honest with you, to be completely honest with you, that don't really mean shit to me. I always wonder about, why that's what attracts people so much. It's how much money someone has. And I see a lot of men trying to prove how much they can provide because of how much money they have or can make, will make, once had. And to them that's a flex. Can they cook though? Hater the Gator physically is single as a Pringle for the fact that I know that I cannot provide for my family as of yet. Not because I can't make money, not because I won't make money, but because I can't hunt. I have not learned how to. I still waste. I still abuse my profits. I come from a long line, both in blood and in just people that I have interacted with, period, who I just watched abuse their profits. I don't really know what goes through. I understand the trauma that my ancestors faced because that stuff is still happening today. Didn't really go anywhere. Slavery was abolished in theory, but that shit is still right here, still right here, still happening right here, still happening everywhere. I watch people in slavery every day. Physical slavery, mental slavery, spiritual slavery, moral slavery. People who have no idea what's good, what's right, what's fair, because they just subscribe to some doctrine. And a lot of them don't even actually subscribe to the doctrine that they say that they subscribe to. They just use it so that they can manipulate it to push their own agendas, so that they can form their own doctrines, to make other people subscribe to them, so that they can ascertain some level of control over people who are trying to be free. What does it mean to be a housewife? What does it mean to cook for your husband, your partner, with food that assumingly they provided, they acquired, when they come home from a long day of hard work? I see a lot of women with that aspiration to be that person. That's like a trend now. To be a woman that stays at home and cooks for a man. Not because he knows how to hunt, not because he knows how to go out and obtain meals that they know where that food came from, but because he has enough money, because he's a politician, because he is someone who knows how to navigate the system, because he knows how to betray the right people, collaborate with the right people, and use, social jujutsu, which is akin to essentially just manipulation and becoming a stranger of who you are. Which in turn makes you a stranger to your partner, by the way. Don't know how people thought that those things would be mutually exclusive. I watch people all the time become somebody that they're just not, in order to obtain for the people that they love, while at the same time alienating themselves from what they were and what they stood for to begin with, making themselves no longer the person that was once loved by the people that they provide for. What I'm talking about right now it's not a kink, it's not a fetish, it's not just some, I am obsessed with white women, so I think that black men need to cook for them. But what I'm interested in is subverting the narrative in such a way that people are able to resolve internal conflicts that they didn't know were inside of them. That's what I'm interested in. People finding answers that they didn't know could be found. And I will do that. I will gladly do that by choice. You teach me how to hunt, I will hunt for food, and I will gut it, butcher it, however is necessary. I will make sure it is killed quickly, efficiently. It is wasted minimally, and I will cook for white women. I'll just do that. there's one white woman in particular that I'm very interested in cooking for. And I won't talk about her yet. Not yet. And that's for reasons that go beyond a crush. Won't talk about her yet. And I know how to cook in more ways than one. There is not a single person on earth that I'm afraid of. People will try to convince you to be scared of them, but there's not a single person on earth that I'm afraid of. What I'm afraid of is that which has been abused most. That's animals, that's trees, especially trees. Especially trees. You want to talk about that which cultivates the essence of their soul? Those who are most abused know how to do that. Those who spend time abusing, they don't know who they are. They're not real people. And they call their abundance a right, which makes it very easy for them to abuse their profits, which they then do to their own detriment and to everybody else's. And it don't matter to them. They don't care. It's not relevant.
I'm good, how are you?
If I told you I died and came back to life, I wonder if you would believe me. That's always the best part, right? That no one believes you. That's always the best part. Especially when you know how to cultivate the essence of your soul. I'm the richest man in the universe. And the best part is, no one will believe me. No one believes me. The richest gator. There's a few people who believe me. A few people. A few people. And I'm watching tables turn. I'm watching white women being interested in playing the roles that black women were once forced into. black men considering that provision is akin to being like what would have once been their slave master. And it's disgusting because all that has caused, there's only two things that have made it possible for this to be something that happens and people don't notice. One is time, and two is the influence of mass media. Because it's obvious to me. It's obvious to me. I don't know why people can't see it. It's fucking obvious to me. I wonder you believe me if I told you I built a quantum computer on Desmos. I wonder if I would believe me if I told myself I built a quantum computer on Desmos. Because I don't even really half believe that shit. Even though I did it though. Maybe I'll edit that part out. Save that for another day. Non-romantically related black men need to be cooking for white women. People think role reversal is a kink. There's a reason why that stuff exists. There's a reason why women become dominatrixes and men are now soy boys, emasculated. And we're watching the inversion happen in real time. And men think just because they're men, that these women are not going to surpass them. You start making them eat shit. And this whole trend designed for single white women and even black women and all women of color to attract a mate by portraying themselves as someone who's going to stay at home and just cook for their man while they're out obtaining money, obtaining green paper, like they're Mr. Krabs. And that's how they're gonna get saved. That's how they're gonna protect their families. That's how they're gonna raise their kids. It's insanity. It's doing the same shit over again. But you know what? The best part is that people don't believe me. So maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I'm the crazy one. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't think those women know how much they're giving up by committing to being a housewife. I don't think black men understand how much they're giving up by calling themselves a provider because they have some green paper. They have numbers on a bank account. And then the best part is when they look you in your eye and try and scare you and tell you that you have no clue what you're talking about because you haven't lived long enough. But reality's changing. Reality is changing. Things are transforming in ways people never could have planned for, because you can't plan for it. You can't plan for it. Everything changes, nothing changes. You wake up tomorrow, we could be in a war. A second sun could appear. Aliens could be at our doorstep. Ceasefires. People have no clue what tomorrow is gonna look like, but they sure as hell have a plan on how they're gonna manipulate people to obtain their expected outcome, which is the exact. It's a fucking paradox. And they want to tell you just live long enough. It's not how it works. Just live long enough. It's not how it works. You just live until you die. And the choices that you make determine what reality you find yourself in. You don't wait until you're of some age to then make the proper decisions. The proper decisions could have been made from day one, from the second that you came out the womb, had your parents given you that freedom. Had your parents taught you to provide for yourself? Had your parents taught you how to ask for yourself? Had they taught you how to take care of yourself, exclusive from any systems that were designed to masquerade, distance, create veils upon what it takes for you to be able to provide for yourself? You have no clue what hands the money that ends up in your bank account went through. You have no clue what the food that ends up on your plate went through. You don't know what happened to it. And what's even worse is that the people who got it there, they didn't care about you. You were not relevant to them. And you are only so relevant insofar as they don't get punished. But who's at the top of the food chain? The people who make the rules. But people don't really know who makes the rules. It's these goddamn trees. I've talked for long enough. I've spoken for long enough. It's a good day, Brad. I want to get back to making videos edited in the format that I made my first one. I have I went through a lot of shit that I just don't need to go into right now. I touched on some of it at the beginning of this video. I can touch on more of it as I just grow this channel. I'm really just interested in getting my perspectives out, speaking just what is in my head, because I'm tired, bruh. I'm so fucking exhausted of dealing with subscriptions. People think the real threat is monthly subscriptions. What about the shit that you just subscribe to every day, every minute, every second? Your moral compass that you cultivated from a corrupt system because you spent too much time listening to everybody and then agreeing with them instead of just taking time to understand where they came from, why their perspective is what it is, and the fact that they don't really know what they're talking about. I don't really know what I'm talking about. You know who knows what they're talking about? Those that keep their mouths shut. That which does not say a word. These goddamn trees. That's enough for me. There might be more water coming down soon. So Hater the Gator is gonna get inside. You know, like, subscribe, comment. I hate that part of this process. I hate that part of this process. Don't like, comment, and subscribe, to be honest. Just watch it. If you want to watch it, you know, do what you do. Thank you for being here. This was my own physical therapy. I will see you when I make another video.